Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is March 3rd, 2021. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report, one of Timer Digest's top-ranked stock market timers. I do want to let you guys know we've been in business since 1997. We have an annual subscription which has monthly reports plus interim reports as market condition warrants, in addition to a monthly subscription where reports are issued virtually every day, sometimes more than once a day. They're Fibonacci 144 and 233. So we have a lot to cover today. Before we get started, we'd like to appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to pound the reminder bell and the like button. I appreciate your guys' patronage to our channel. Okay, we've got a lot to cover today, so let me get right to the S&P. We're going to do a little bit of the XLF today also. We're looking at a 30-minute bar of the S&P from the February 16th high. You can see we've got that beginning diagonal triangle for wave 1 down, and we had a wave 2 up that topped on March 1st, Monday of this week. Again, this is a fractal. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an overlap. That is a beginning diagonal triangle for the first wave. It's an exact replica of this larger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a microcosm of itself. Okay, so that is wave 1. We have wave 2 up. You may notice something new here. Excuse me, I've got in red A, B, C, D, E, and I'm looking at, could this be a triangle? Could this be, look at that double top there for B and D and a descending triangle pattern? And yes, it looks like one, but I want to show you guys here, okay, triangles come in fourth waves, all right? And fourth waves cannot overlap the wave 1 high. So if this is 4, well, I moved that earlier, but I move it back. There is our wave 1 high. I did this for the purpose of the video. The only way that works is if the first wave high is here. Okay, then it holds above wave 1 high, the wave 4 low. Okay, and in this you see 3, and the other one is not the longest, but 5 is the shortest. So as long as 3 is not the shortest. So for you bulls out there, there's a hope. But with this pattern here and this end here, this doesn't look like the top of a 3. It looks like a tired market that just petered out and is done and it rolled over. Okay, so for you guys holding hopes for a bull market and a correction being over, there's your hope right there. Okay, we'll put 1 back where it was, but you could label it here, and this would be a very long extended third, and then this would be a horrible 5th without, well, it just doesn't look like we're going to get a new high, but you never know. We'll see. Okay, so that's where that is. Want to dig a little deeper in here, and there again is the first wave low. There's the second wave high, and we can get into this a little more detail here. You can see we had a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, 3 down, 4 up, and 5 doesn't quite look complete yet. Let's look at our Fibonacci extensions here. Let's see what we've got for 3, and 3 is almost a 1.618 of 1. And I want to do these retracements here. Okay, as you know, the wave 2 did, well, let's just look at it. I think I remember it was between a 618 and a 786 retracement, as almost all of them have been. Okay, there you see, there's a 618 and a 786, and it retraced between there. Okay, let's get to 4, because I want to talk about that for a second here. Let's get the retracement in of wave 3, and there is wave 4. You can see it's a perfect 50% retracement. You might ask, well, why didn't it go to 618 or 786 like all the previous retracements did? And the reason is wave 4 high, in this case, cannot go above the wave 1 low. You can see the wave 1 low here is 38.71, and the wave 4 high here is 38.69. So it came within 2 points, but it obeyed the Elliott Wave rules and did not cross the wave 1 high. If it didn't, it wouldn't be a 4, okay? And then we've got wave 5 developing here. By the way, this is a 5-minute chart. Let me remove this out of the way for you guys. Let's see what we have here, because this looks like it's about 3 or 4/5 complete. That's the 5th wave from the March 1st high. You can see wave 1 down here. Okay, let's get to the wave 4 high, which is nearby. And you can see it gained equality at 38.26. But if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't look like it's quite complete. It looks like it's almost complete. So let's do a little extension here. If this is 1 and this is 2, you can see 3 did an almost a 1618, a little bit more than a 1618 multiple of 1, and then we get targets there for 5. Okay, so that's where 1, 2. Here, let me draw it for you guys. Okay, let's get that in there. Within wave 5, we've got a 1 down, a 2 up, a 3 down, a 4 up, and that 4 is not above the 1. You can see again, it just went just to where it could. Those are nice trades, by the way, when you know where 4 is coming, okay? And then we'll get a 5 down here. So there's some targets for 5 for you guys. Okay, we had 30, well, you can see them right there. They went past that, so we're looking at 38.16 as the most likely target, okay? Let me look at the things we have for review here. Here you can see, again, the all-time high, the first wave low, the second wave high. I want to point out, there's all those 786 retracements. Okay, a leading diagonal following an ending diagonal. We have our Fibonacci time spiral from the all-time high. 224 marked a high. 3-1 marked the second wave high. The next turn date in the sequence is March 9th. The way the wave pattern looks, it looks like that'll mark a wave 3 low, which will be a week from Tuesday. Speaking of wave 3s, we're looking at 36.54. This is yesterday's chart, our March 1st chart. We're looking at 36.54. And if we can look here, I believe we got it. There's the 3-1 high. There's wave 1 down, 2 up, 3 low. We looked at 38.34. We got 38.37. Again, wave 4 high holds below the wave 1 low. And this 5th wave here is developing. Here I've got the targets for wave 5 at 38.14 and 37.92, and then we'll need to retrace this 3rd wave. Okay, so let's look at that again. In here, that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd need to retrace that. Let me get rid of some of these numbers. Let's say we go down to there. Okay. Let's leave it there because we're going to assume, which is never a good thing to do, but in this case, we want to get ahead because this will probably happen tomorrow. The wave 5 down, if it's not already complete, and then the retracement up, and then wave 3 of 3 down. We'll get into that. Let's just say that 5 ends there. We don't know, but that's really close. 1, 2, 3. We'll probably get a 4 and a 5. Okay, or it could go even lower, but for this purpose, we can see our Fibonacci retracements. 382 is 3854. 50% is 3865. 618 is 3877. And in this case, we can include the 786 at 3893. Again, that's what they're doing in this one. Like I told you guys yesterday, in the past, you didn't even get a 382. They just dropped it down and you had to chase. So it's a tough market to trade for sure. But this is what we're looking at for the near term, okay? I want to get into, I got the E-mini futures up here, the March futures, for a reason here. And I wanted to talk about the third wave. And this happened, I watched this happen today. I was like, wow, this is really extending. But they put in a high here for second wave at 4:15 in the morning. You can see a 1 down, a 2 up, a 3 down, a 4 up, and a 5, okay? But I want to show you guys this here. Look at this little extension. We look at wave 1, and it should be right about there. Wave 2 up. And look at 3. It gained a perfect 3.618 multiple of the first wave. So third waves are the most powerful. Third of third and third of third of third waves can take on any multiple they want. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 1.618. It can be a 2.618. It can be a 3.618. It can even go to the 4. Okay, so we're upon, if the wave count is correct, a third of third wave down. So be aware of that. Okay, we got high retracements up, and we've got huge multiples down on the way, but this is just a 5-minute chart. All right, and we're going to be looking at something much bigger in the near future. I want to look at some of these other things. We looked at that. We looked at that actual direct hit here and our wave 5 targets. If this thing is not quite done yet, let's look at here we had, yeah, you can see where our turn date caught. Now it's the last 3 highs in a row. Okay, by the way, the extension of that here, okay, there was the last one that caught the high with a plus 21 Fibonacci days. The next turn date in the sequence is April 23rd. We get out to September and May. That's going way out there, but we'll see if this thing keeps spinning on these Fibonacci turn dates. Okay, and then we had that here, that there, that there, that there, that there. Okay, then we see we wanted to look at something else here. Oh yeah, we wanted to get into the XLF. Here it is. Okay, so we're looking at a daily chart of the XLF. Let me move that down, and let's count this if we can here. Fibonacci extension. Okay, we've got well, by the way, that's the financial ETF for those of you who may be wondering. Okay, so we have a 1 up, a 2 down, and here's obviously where 3 is. It gains equality. It may be off by a little bit, but it's equal to 1, and then we get 4 here. So let's put in our labels real quick. All right, from the March low, everything counts from the March lows. We get 2 down, we get 3 up, we get 4 down, we get 5 up. Is 5 done? The minimum requirement for 5 is to be higher than 3. It satisfied that requirement. Let's get rid of this on here, and let's see where 5 equals 1. We'll go from here. We'll get an extension. Okay, let's see if we can get as close as we possibly can to these actual numbers, and there's the 4 low. 5 gains equality with 1 at 38.20. Okay, but this looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that higher? It could be 9 ways up and could be called complete. That high there is 33.96, and that high there is 33.84. Technically, in two different ways, higher than 3 and it looks like 5 completed waves, we can call this complete. Okay, ideally it gains equality with 1 up here at 38.20, but as we've seen with the S&P, that doesn't always happen. Okay, so beware of wave 3 of 3 of 3. We're a little bit ways away from it yet. Okay, we've got 1 down, we've got 2 up, so you can see this is 1, 2, and then we're going to have 1, 2. Okay, and then we're going to have 3 of 3 on that scale. So we'll have to wait for this to complete and this to retrace to get our targets, but we're near. Maybe 1 more low and then a retracement up. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys, and until next time, take care, everyone.